Hi there, Aquarius. This is Nadia, the astrologer for people who don't believe in astrology but want to hear their July 2025 forecast. I apologize for posting it a bit later. I was sick, couldn't record it before. And also apologize for being a bit sluggish today. We are experiencing a heat wave and it is so difficult to stay sharp. I'm not sharp, but I have a list of things to go through, and I will start going through the list of things that are important in your July astrology. So, some interesting things are happening in your area of home and family life that is ruled by Taurus. In the very last final degrees of Taurus, in the very first days of July, Jupiter is meeting Uranus, and they both have a talk about how your home and family life was changed drastically in the past 7 years. This is the amount of years that Uranus, the planet of disruption and originality, was working with you in this home family area. Venus will try to sweeten the deal, take whatever pleasant, sweet bonus you can get. And right after that, on the 4th of July, Venus will move into the next sign of Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, so friendly to your air sign. You're called Aquarius, but you're an air sign. Don't forget that. And in your horoscope, Gemini rules creativity, joyful living, so fun, parties, romance, also sex when it's not about intimacy but about pleasure and fun, and children, but only when they are a source of joy. There is this caveat here. And this area of your life that's about joy and creativity and enjoying life, experiencing pleasure and joy around sex and children, is supposed to have expanded a little bit within the past year, because Jupiter, planet of expansion and growth and abundance and opportunities and optimism, has been transiting Gemini starting in May 2024 until June 2025. Well, Jupiter has moved on, but Venus will enter and will try to remind you that yes, joy and creativity and pleasure exist. And romance exists. And so you will have many opportunities this month to engage in some pleasurable, joyful activities. Take those opportunities. But back to Uranus. It will also change signs, and it will follow Venus into Gemini on the 7th of July. And here it will spend the next, again, 7 years trying to revolutionize your creative life and joyful life and the way you take on romance and the way you enjoy your children or create children. Uranus wants you to become more weird, and that means more like yourself. So a lot of the things that we consider enjoyable and joyful and fun, we're not really enjoying, not 100%, because we think that they're enjoyable, because society thinks they're enjoyable, because our friends think they're enjoyable, because our family think that they're enjoyable. But we ourselves, if we are completely, truly honest with ourselves, we're not enjoying it that much. And Uranus will not allow us to go on like this, doing the things we don't really enjoy and saying that we're having fun. Uranus will want you to create art that is more unique, or for you to have fun with people in a way in which they wouldn't be able to have fun with anyone else, or to have or to develop your unique approach to child rearing. So art, fun, creativity, romance, children when they bring joy. Venus will help you regain interest in those areas of your life, and Uranus will start working with you on becoming weirder here. And you will have to become weirder, and this will help you enjoy all of those things more. You also have an important intellectual task ahead of you. For this, you will have to thank the really important planets in the 2025-2026 astrology, and that would be Saturn and Neptune in Aries. They both entered Aries in the spring months of 2025. If you want to learn more about what those planets demand of you, you can re-listen to the Aries segments in your Capricorn horoscope for June, May and March. In short, they want you to work with your brain on something that is difficult and time-consuming, on something that not everyone would be able to do, not everyone would want to do because it's difficult and time-consuming, and something that will give you tangible results like knowledge or skills or authority on an issue or a mastery of some topic. And you may already know what that is, or you may just feel this pressure that you are not really sure what to make of it. And the news about Saturn and Neptune in July is that they're both going retrograde. So this pressure you're feeling, whether you are able to connect it to a concrete task or not, this pressure will start dropping. This will give you an opportunity to take a step back, regroup, find some new resources, maybe rest a little bit, maybe finish up some previous projects, maybe earn some money or something, and to prepare to tackle that task in 2026. There will also be a full moon on the 10th in the sign of Capricorn. For you, Capricorn is a little bit hidden. Everything that goes on there goes right to your unconsciousness or is related to something that you are trying to keep secret. So, on the day surrounding the full moon, so the 10th of July, it's best if you get enough sleep and if you can maybe do something creative but not in a pragmatic way, so like not a creative job, more like drawing, singing, poetry, whatever. If you rest, if you fantasize, this full moon may also show you that the end of something is coming, because in your horoscope Capricorn also rules endings and the process of letting go of something. Now, a really important thing is going to happen in Leo. It's not the most important sign in general in the astrology of 2025, but it's an important sign for you personally, because in your horoscope it rules important partnerships, so romantic partnerships, friendships, creative partnerships, collegial relationships. And what is happening there is that there will be a new moon in Leo in this partnership area of your life, and new moons are for new beginnings, are for goal setting, are for making plans, but it will happen while Mercury is retrograde. So Mercury will start its retrograde phase in this partnership area of your life on the 18th. That means that Mercury will spend all of July in this area. It means that you will have a lot of thinking to do about relationships, a lot of talking about relationships, and maybe you will have to clear up some misunderstandings with the people you are in a relationship with. And again, it may be your romantic partners, friends, colleagues, etc. The Mercury retrograde phase is amazing for finding out what doesn't work for you, or for remembering something that you wanted or valued in the past or had in the past. Explore the past. And yes, some people from the past, like exes, may try to contact you, or you may try to contact them. I would say it's harmless if you don't commit to anything new or old. It's nice to talk and explore and remember and regurgitate this all a little bit. The overarching task is bigger than just clearing up misunderstandings. Why? For two reasons. Reason number one is The new moon that is going to happen on the 24th is forming a hard aspect to Pluto, the planet of deep transformation that is now active in your own sign. So you are going through a deep transformation. And if you change, and especially if you change on a deep level, the relationships should also change. And since Pluto began working with you last year, and it will have many, many more years to work with you, this change is gradual and profound and slow. So the way the relationships are going to change is also gradual and maybe not grandiose, and maybe not overwhelming at first, at least not in the next 12 months. So be attentive to how you have changed and how you feel differently from last year. And keep this in mind when you are setting new goals for the important relationships in your life for the next year. Another important thing about this new moon is that next summer of 2026, Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, growth, exploration, adventure, will also enter Leo, your area of partnerships. So whatever you are changing now, whatever you are trying out now, whatever you are looking at as a possibility, as an experiment right now, in the second half of 2026 may already be something that you feel very optimistic about. And finally, in the very final day of July, Venus, that was in Gemini and in your area of fun, creativity, and romance and children, will switch and move to the next sign of Cancer. Cancer ruling your area of day-to-day life, routines, skills, habits. This is the area that in the next few months, it's best if you try to change and develop into something more optimistic. And Venus will help you with that. But that I will cover in the August horoscope. For now, I wish you an amazing July. Again, apologies for posting this too late. And see you in the next videos.